We live in an era where the earth is filled with more trash than humans. The fulfillment of the earth with waste is clearly caused by human ignorance of the impact they will give if the amount of waste exceeds the human population. Given that annually only 9% of the 300 million tons of plastic can be recycled, the rest is wasted into the open environment, especially the oceans. As the fact that Indonesia is a large waste contributor to country, waste, especially plastic, is an object that is very difficult to decompose. It can take up to millions of years for garbage to completely decompose. No wonder the earth becomes the second Mars if the accumulation of garbage continues to occur. Public awareness has not increased, even though many methods have been used to prevent the accumulation of waste in the environment, ranging from routine counseling, clean environmental culture, and even having to pay a fine if you don't dispose of waste in the provided and specific place. Therefore, I agree with our motion, which states that individuals and organizations that do not recycle will be criminalized. Ladies and gentlemen, there are two arguments that I will convey. The first is about the impact of this criminalization on society and environment. The second is about the effectiveness of this criminalization against the regulation that have been issued previously. Well, let's get to the first argument. The low level of public awareness can lead to a feeling disapproval if they are criminalized for not recycling. This will cause a lot of negative stigma in society, and also people will consider this criminalization and coercive and demanding thing. However, as I emphasized earlier that the level of public awareness is very minimal, they will only adhere to the stigma that they think is right and makes them comfortable, regardless of the impact of a regulation or on the sustainability of the surrounding environment. Negative stigma will certainly arise, but also positive stigma against this regulation. When someone is criminalized for littering instead of recycling it, it is very likely that the person will stop throwing away recyclable waste. This will affect the people around him so that it can slowly touch all levels of society regarding the awareness of the importance of recycling. When people start a recycling culture, that's when the pile of garbage begins to decrease or at least not increase. And on the second argument, the government has issued rules and regulations regarding the disposal of waste not in the designated and provided places. Criminalizing those who don't recycle can create special awareness of the government regulation. This criminalization can be carried out in connection with regulation related to littering. This can strengthen the government's position in dealing with environmental damage as well as help in controlling environmental conditions. In conclusion, criminalizing those who do not recycle is a fairly effective regulation to reduce the accumulation of waste in the environment and also raise awareness and also culture related to the environmental health in the community. This criminalization can also help reinforce previous government regulations.